Hey, today is a special day. I've been out here hard at work, pulling out all of these different Thomases. I've built a wall of Thomas. And this is a video that I've been waiting to make for a very long time. Could never really actually pull it off with my old phone. And then recently, the new airplane Thomas came out, and my friend Super asked me how many face variations there were on blue plastic tracks. And so I thought, well, it's time. So I'm pretty prepared for this. It might take a while, but this is going to be the complete, every different face of Thomas that's ever been released. This is by TOMY, FisherPrice, HitToys, the original Trackmaster versions. So I'll just try and get into this and get through this, okay? Give me 1 second. Okay. Let's see. We'll start off right here with the very beginning. That's the very first Thomas ever made. It's when he had only 4 wheels, and was released in 92 through 98. They changed him up in 1998, and they put a middle wheel on him, and changed his eyebrows. Then they've also made, so they used the same exact face when they did the Back and Go Thomas, but he's got different eyebrows too. He's got painted eyes as well, and painted mouth. This was the second generation second generation talking Thomas from Play-Rail. He's got a different face. And then TOMY changed his face to this in I guess 2003 to 2005. And then they kind of tweaked it a little bit more, and they changed his eyebrows. Maybe in, I don't know the year. So then they started using this face. This is that face looking down. That's the same face looking to the side. And then, well, we'll get to the new airplane Thomas. And then this was the TOMY Thomas the jet engine. And then HIT also made it. But they have different eyebrows. This is that same face. This is from the Pounding Mountain set, and he's looking down. And then this is called Angry Thomas. Also, it's called Confused Face Thomas, and he's been released in a couple of different sets as well. This came from the Thomas and Birdie Rainbow Bridge set. He's got the rosy red cheeks. And this is the Iogawa Thomas. And TOMY changed his face again to this. And then slightly tweaked it again to this. If you look at it, you can tell they're a little bit different. Thomas seems to have more of a lower lip than the slightly tweaked face. And so now they're using this face. So there's this version of that face looking up, and that's the airplane Thomas. And that's where we're at right now with TOMY, although I'll show you some of these other ones that they've also made. Then HitToys, when HitToys took it over, they used the original face as the original Thomas back in '92, except for they put little pie shapes in their eyes, whereas these, this one doesn't have them, this one does. But this has a flange on its rim, whereas when HitToys started doing it, it's not there anymore. So that's what HitToys did. So HitToys made a few things like this. I don't know if you want to include these as different faces, but the hat's connected to him, to his head, so to his face. So I guess we could consider these. So this is the HitToys version of that, or the TOMY version of that. And then this is the FisherPrice version of that, which is very similar to this that HitToys made, except for we don't have the pie shape in the eyes anymore. Different eyebrows, and the mouth is painted as well, and has the whites of his eyes. So then we got used to that with the original FisherPrices. HitToys also made this, which is Thomas Makes a Mess. So then there's, this is the same face as this, the original FisherPrice face. And so FisherPrice did this with it, where they did Sippy Sodor and they gave him rosy cheeks. And if you have a Sippy Sodor, it might have rosy cheeks, it might have dark red rosy cheeks, and it might have very faint ones. They weren't very good about making them. It took me a few tries to try to get a hold of one that actually had red rosy cheeks. Then FisherPrice tweaked his face to this. And then they slightly tweaked it again to this. And then they stopped making them. And they went to the Revolutions. HitToys made this big froggy looking face on their RC model. And then FisherPrice continued it. But they're different. This guy's got white dots in his eyes. And this one does not. I'll try to get it without a reflection. This is just black pupils, whereas this one actually has little shines in them. And then there's, this is the Hero of the Rails Flip Face Thomas. And this was, oh wait, is that it? Yeah. And then there's this coal face Thomas. No, that's Hero. That's Hero of the Rails. And this is the Flip Face RC model. So there's all those, and they're all different. Yeah, it doesn't want to stay focused. There we go. I'll do it one more time. Okay, and then, let's see, this is the newest Boulder Mountain set, Boulder Mountain Chase set. There's this one that comes from the cruise set, which is the same as the Surprise Face Thomas, except for it's got longer, thinner eyebrows, and also those dots painted in the middle of his eyes to give him a little shine. There's Thomas Working Hard. Oops, let's get that. And he's got rosy red cheeks and a distressed face. There's also the Doki Doki set with Thomas, and he's got mud on his face. The Steam Thomas, the new 2018 or 19, I can't remember. Steam Thomas, and he's got rosy cheeks. There's rosy cheeks on the newest face on the Thomas, Nia, and Ace set. This is a dirty face Thomas inside the coal hopper set. And then there's this. And this is blushing face Thomas. And there's only 360 of these made. And he is the same as Surprise Face Thomas, except he's got rosy red cheeks. And a lot of these have to do with just their, like, these are basically identical except for it's the eyebrows. So the eyebrows have a lot to do with some of the variations, but for the most part, they all have different expressions and different little appointments to them. And I count 36, I believe. There's 36 there. I'm just going to throw this in here. This is the TOMY Thomas and the Jet Engine box. And I just thought it was always interesting because there's the Thomas. And clearly, come on, focus for me, please. He's got eyebrows, but not in the box art. Isn't that weird? Anyway, there they are. That's for you, Super. That's all the different Thomases. It'll fall off of there. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for subscribing. Hope you like that. Everybody have a great night.